Welcome to Spectrum of Innovation. My name is Gabriella Venturo, and this is Spectrum of Innovation. Thank you for joining us for our holiday episode. Spectrum of Innovation is your trusted news and information source for Riverside County, as well as your local must-see TV. Spectrum of Innovation and our spin-off, the SOI Update from our training crew, can be found on Temecula and Marieta's community access channels, as well as on Rivco TV's access channels throughout Riverside County. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can always find full episodes, segments, and social updates. With the new year approaching, we want to help you see into 2020 with a clear vision and provide insight into what is in store for Riverside County. Members of our SOI team looked ahead and uncovered some information that can impact how you live, work, and play next year.
In 2003, the Riverside County leaders created a blueprint for 2020 to direct and manage the county's fast growth and development. The plan focused on collaboration with the private sector as well as the state, city, and community leaders. Staying true to this vision has kept the county on a positive course.
Partnerships contributed to the success of RTA and Metrolink in an effort to alleviate traffic on the streets and freeways. The Metrolink Board of Directors approved the 2020 budget, which totals $329.7 million. This includes funding to improve service and safety, with no increase in fares.
And another collaborative effort, Riverside County Supervisors approved a partnership with the real estate development group Omni West to begin building 3 new libraries in 2020. These new ranches will be located in Menifee, French Valley, and Desert Hot Springs.
According to the U.S. Census, Riverside County is now one of the 10 fastest growing counties in the United States. In 2018, we saw 33,000 people relocate to the county in search of affordable housing, and that number is expected to be even bigger in 2020. However, a report from UC Riverside and Congressman Mark Tacaner's office state that more inexpensive housing needs to be built. We will look more into the county housing issues in our February episode of Spectrum of Innovation.
Looking for a job? Consider applying to Riverside County. They're hiring in 2020. There are over 20,000 available jobs in Riverside County. Check out the CalJobs website.
The new California minimum wage goes up in 2020. Employers with 25 employees or less will pay at least $12 an hour, while those with 26 employees and up will pay $13 an hour.
If you provide services to someone with a disability through in-home supportive services, be aware that starting in the spring, the county will no longer issue or accept paper timesheets. Check for classes online that show you how to use the system.
The upgrade to the I-1591 connector is expected to be completed in 2020. This construction part of a $200 million freeway improvement program.
A 6-lane, 16-mile highway from Paris to San Jacinto is planned to break ground in 2020.
Mount San Jacinto College will be open for classes at their new 2-tower Temecula campus in fall 2020.
A $13.9 million laboratory expansion at the Riverside University Public Health System is expected to be completed by December 2020. This will allow patients to be served more efficiently and create additional jobs.
Rancho California Water District, which serves Temecula and Marietta, will expand the recycling water pipeline project with a grant of more than $1.7 million.
The city of Temecula recently announced next year's construction of a large housing development located just outside of wine country off Butterfield Stage Road.
The city of Riverside will begin executing plans for 5 developments that will house more than 1,000 residents over the next 5 years.
A new $30 million elementary school is ready to be built in the Lake Elsinore neighborhood of Albert Hill. This project is funded by the school district's first bond measure and will incorporate cutting-edge technology to offer up-to-date skills for students.
When outside celebrating the 4th of July in 2020, there will not only be fireworks, but also a partial lunar eclipse. The skies will be busy this Independence Day.
According to Juan Perez, the director of Riverside County's Transportation and Land Management Agency, our growth has everything to do with opportunity, diversity, and quality of life. The combination of open space, access to jobs, tourism, and recreational activities make for a vibrant microeconomic opportunities within the county possible.
Staying true to the vision has kept the county on a positive course and puts us in a good place for the approaching decade. Here's to a great 2020 Riverside County.
Riverside County has a lot going on in 2020. Be a part of shaping the county and be sure to vote. For information on getting registered, finding your polling place, or obtaining transportation on 2020 voting days, visit our website. Now it's time for our Need to Know segment, where we bring you up to date on current Riverside County news and events. Last month, animal lovers rejoiced when the new federal animal cruelty law officially went into effect. This legislation makes intentional acts of cruelty to animals a federal crime, carrying penalties of up to 7 years in prison. Now, there are many people who love animals, but just caring about their well-being does not mean it's the right time to take on the responsibility of becoming a pet owner. This is the time of year it is important to be mindful that a new Christmas puppy or kitty might be super cute and cuddly, but will also come with a lot of needs that can be expensive. The ASPCA says that while 86% of pets adopted during the holidays do remain in the home, many of these animals are left at overcrowded shelters when they become a challenge. All animals require a commitment, so maybe instead of making an impulsive pet purchase, consider starting a new holiday tradition, one in which your family visits a local shelter to interact with the animals, because volunteering not only brightens their day, but also yours. One benefit to adopting this time of year is that most families are home from work and school, and there's extra time to spend with the new addition. Animal Friends of the Valley in Wildomar encourages everyone to adopt and not shop. Here are some questions to ask yourself when thinking about adopting a pet. Do you have time daily to devote the needs of this animal? Do you have suitable, stable housing, and if getting a dog, an appropriate yard and fencing for the breed? Can you afford to properly care for the pet while healthy and when sick or injured? Addressing these issues will determine if it's the right time to adopt. Understanding the needs of different breeds is also an important factor to consider when adopting. Most shelters will conduct an informal consultation to make sure you and the pet are a good match. There will also be an adoption fee to cover treatments, vaccines, and possibly even microchipping. You will be provided with proof of rabies vaccination, which is necessary to obtain the required Riverside County license for your pet. Keep in mind that the holiday season does mean limited hours at the shelter and less time for spay and neutering appointments. So for example, if you plan to visit on Christmas Eve and the animal you want to adopt is not yet sterilized, you will have to return after the holiday to pick up your new pet. Whether you plan on adopting or already owning a pet, make sure the hustle and bustle of the holiday season doesn't distract you from taking the best care of your animal. Definitely include them in your holiday festivities by providing some healthy pet treats or additional playtime with the family. Temecula Valley has a long, rich history. However, the city of Temecula was only incorporated 30 years ago. In that time, the landscape has changed significantly and the population has boomed. For today's Spotlight, we take a look at where Temecula is now and what the next 30 years may hold.
The city of Temecula marked its 30th anniversary on December 1st with a celebration in Town Square that brought smiles to locals and visitors alike. Attendees enjoyed entertainment from Cody Lee and the Midnight Satellites. Events like these reflect the town's wonderful community spirit.
I think the city of Temecula is a very unique community. And I think the early leaders that saw the vision, saw the potential of our city, they made some really good decisions and laid a solid foundation. Since then, we've tried to adhere to that plan. We hear from folks all the time that they really value Temecula still feeling like a small town city.
In 1988, 1 year before officially becoming a city, Temecula's population stood at 12,000. 3 decades later, it's the 19th fastest growing city in the United States and home to approximately 114,000 residents, a promenade mall, a hospital, a state-site university, a community college, 42 city parks, a thriving business community, and much more.
In Temecula's case, our ceiling of population is probably close to about 135,000 folks. We don't take that population increase lightly. In fact, over the next 2 to 5 years, we'll be going through what's called a general plan amendment, and we'll be revisiting sort of all of our forecast numbers, our actual numbers, looking at land uses, looking at traffic and transportation and things of that nature.
Traffic is definitely a concern, but help is on the way. Temecula recently received a $50 million infrastructure grant to build additional lanes on the I-15 north of Winchester Road.
This is an amazing accomplishment for this region. There's only 10 agencies in the United States of America that are funded with these grant funds. And the little city of Temecula is right up there with space infrastructure at Cape Canaveral and NASA.
When it comes to the job market, many qualified local applicants choose to commute to other counties in search of a higher paycheck.
I think it's imperative that we continue to work with Marietta, like Elsinore, Wildomar, Menifee, and we do. We have really good working relationships with all of the cities down here, and if we can attract new jobs to Marietta or Lake Elsinore or Wildomar or Menifee, and that's going to help a Temecula resident, guess what? We consider that a success.
Old Town Front Street may look like a place frozen in time. However, that's not really the case, as the iconic Town Square awaits the completion of a new 185-room hotel and open-air marketplace.
We're very pleased how Old Town has come alive over the last decade. The city has laid the foundation for what we're calling Uptown Temecula. That's the area where we truly see redevelopment occurring over the next 3 decades. It's like Old Town 2.0.
Temecula schools throughout the district rank high statewide and nationally. With the expansion of Cal State San Marcos and Mount San Jacinto College, there is hope more residents will find career opportunities close to home.
We know if we can expand our higher education footprint here in the city limits, we're churning out more talent, we're providing workforce training opportunities. It's a high priority.
This past June, Temecula Valley reached the $1 billion level in visitor spending, attracting a record-breaking 3.1 million visitors in 2018.
We like it. It's good. It's good for the bottom line, and that helps us pay our bills and put police officers on the street, firefighters. So it's very important to our overall local economy.
City founders might not have known exactly what Temecula was going to look like 30 years into the future, but their original plan helped turn Temecula into more than just a place for people to live.
Their vision was, let's build a community that has pride and love and supports nonprofits, is service related, we're a safe community, we're a fiscally responsible community, and I feel like we've done that, and we just need to continue down that path.
Temecula is overflowing with culture, community, and commerce. We are proud to have our studio be a part of this blossoming city and look forward to covering the growth, changes, and challenges in the years to come. If you are interested in learning more, you can go to City Hall and check out the new multimedia exhibit showcasing the transformation of Old Town Temecula. We also have information about the city's future with relevant links to explore on our website. Back in January of 2019, the Los Angeles Times posed the question, is a robot coming for your job? The article went on to cite a Brookings Institution report that said the answer was yes, especially if you live in certain areas of the country, which includes parts of Riverside County. For today's Voice of Innovation, we wade deeper into the jobs outlook for the region and explore if an artificial intelligence takeover will happen in the new emerging decade.
Southern California's job growth shows no signs of slowing down. San Bernardino and Riverside counties are leading the way with a 2.3% growth rate, representing over 35,000 new positions. This figure surpasses California's overall job growth of 1.8% and the nation's 1.4%.
We've enjoyed an economy for the last 10 years that's pretty much been unbelievable as far as growing nationwide. Riverside historically didn't have a reputation for having a great employable base as far as education and that type of thing. That's changed dramatically over the last 10 years. We are very, very much an employable population here in Riverside County.
Health services, hospitality, the military, warehousing, retail, and education are the main sectors that hire thousands of workers in Riverside County. Major employers include Amazon Fulfillment Centers, the County of Riverside, UC Riverside, March Air Force Base, and the Pachanga Band of Luiseño Indians. This all contributes to the county having the lowest unemployment rate in 50 years.
The number one complaint I hear from private enterprise now is that they'd like to expand, but they cannot find qualified people to expand their businesses. Everybody's working. We recently went on Cal Jobs website and checked the 5 cities in our region. There was 2,212 jobs available, and they ranged anywhere from $15 an hour to $400,000 a year. The biggest thing we have in Southwest Riverside County is 60% of our employees are what they call white-collar workers, and that's been our big growth in the last 10 years.
Healthcare is another sector that offers wages on the higher end as efforts are made to solve the county's medical professional shortage. 85,000 more healthcare jobs have been added to the region since 2010, thanks to training provided by Loma Linda Medical School in San Bernardino County, the nursing program at Cal State San Marcos Temecula, and UC Riverside's new School of Medicine. Other high-wage jobs, such as those in engineering and computer programming, are also available. However, many of these positions remain unfilled because qualified workers are choosing to commute out of the county.
In Southwest Riverside County, we have a difference in population from nighttime to daytime of 75,700 people. That's how many people commute out of our area every day to go to work somewhere else. We just have to get them to look around here and stay here in the valley to go to work. There's also a perception that if you come to Riverside County, you're going to get paid less because housing's less here, and it's not true. They get paid the same here, and they save all the money from their commute.
The development of artificial intelligence is also predicted to have a huge impact on the Riverside County job market. According to a study by the Brookings Institution, 47.6% of job tasks currently done by humans are vulnerable to being replaced by artificial intelligence.
There's been more change in the last 10 years in business than there were in the previous 300. So you will see artificial intelligence changing businesses faster and faster and faster as time goes on. What's going to drag it a little bit is getting the people to program the artificial intelligence, getting the people to repair the artificial intelligence. There's not that many people out there trained to take care of that right now. Everybody wants to know how to protect people from losing their job to artificial intelligence. It won't happen. There's no way to protect people because financially, if you can get a machine to do something that a human can, it's financially better for the business to do that. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just a change, and people need to get used to the fact that our world changes constantly. As long as we keep retraining the people, then artificial intelligence won't take over.
It's great to know that there are many jobs available in Riverside County right now. We have the link to Cal Jobs website posted for you on spectrumofinnovation.org. Check it out, and you might just find a new job for the new year. To get you into the holiday spirit, we are very happy to introduce a very special guest. Mariah Alexander is a singer-songwriter and only 12 years old. She came to our studio to share some holiday cheer.
Welcome, Mariah. I understand you will be singing something you wrote yourself. What inspires you to write your own songs?
What inspires me is that I know I can inspire others, and that's what inspires me to write my songs.
That's very impressive. Can you tell us the name of the song you will be singing?
The Sweet Sounds of Christmas.
That sounds beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, Mariah Alexander, the stage is yours.
Sometimes I can't hold my breath no more. Okay, what is happening to me? I hear Christmas carols everywhere, and I can't hold my breath no more. Oh, the sweet sounds of Christmas, I can't help myself. I want some hot chocolate, put the stockings on the shelf. Oh, the sweet sounds of Christmas, Christmas morning. Seeing what I got, I thought the gifts were all, but it's not. Yeah, the sweet sounds. Ooh, yeah, the sweet sounds. Ooh. Ice skating and snowflakes, candy canes and gingerbread cakes, and the Christmas lights that bright up at night. Oh, the sweet sounds of Christmas, I can't help myself. I want some hot chocolate, the stockings on the shelves. Oh, the sweet sounds of Christmas, Christmas morning. Seeing what I got, I thought the gifts were all, but it's not. Oh, ooh. And the Christmas trees are the best part. Christmas truly stays in your heart. Thank you.
That was great. What a fun song. Thank you for your visit. I hear bells. Santa must have been listening too. And now it's time for our Good to Know, where we keep you in the know about Riverside County's community events and information. If you are traveling on the I-91 through Corona, be aware the closures scheduled due to the ongoing I-15 Express Lanes project. The 91's two inside westbound lanes between McKinley Street and Main Street and the adjacent westbound express lanes will be closed tonight and tomorrow night from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. And speaking of upgrades, the final design phase for the upgraded I-15 Railroad Canyon interchange in Lake Elsinore is almost complete. Road work is expected to begin early next year and will include the construction of additional lanes and improved traffic ramps. $15 million in gas tax funding is supplementing this $45 million project. Now let's have some fun with some community events, because there's a lot going on for the holidays. The Beaumont Women's Club is rocking some stockings this Friday starting at 10 a.m. in an effort to fill 250 stockings for children's in group homes this Christmas. Put on your elf ears and Santa hats to make magic happen for these kids. The Women's Club has a list of items they are looking for on their website, but they encourage you to bring anything you think a child would like to receive. Don't miss the JDS Studios Winter Showcase this weekend with performances on Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. Let's take a sneak peek and see what they're all about.
Come join us for our Winter Showcase on Saturday, December 21st at 6 p.m. and Sunday, December 22nd at 2 p.m. featuring two amazing plays, Little Scrooge and Little Shop. There is no cost to attend, but reservations are required, so RSVP now.
That looks really fun. I hope to see you there. SantaCon returns to Temecula Vineyards this Saturday. Visitors who bring a new toy and are dressed as Santa or one of his elves can join this Santa crawl through the wineries. Now, these gifts are being collected for disadvantaged youth in Riverside County. The event begins at noon and lasts until 6 p.m. A group photo is scheduled at 2:30 at Faulkner Winery. This Sunday, you can celebrate the first night of Hanukkah with a community menorah lighting at Marietta Square Park. The event begins at 5:30 p.m. with a greeting by Councilman Jonathan Ingram. Lorimar Winery in Temecula will also celebrate Hanukkah this Sunday evening with a party that starts at 5:30 p.m. And then on Monday at 4 p.m., you can join in on the menorah lighting held at Menifee's Central Park. Another way to celebrate Hanukkah is by going to the menorah lighting at Temecula's Duck Pond Park on December 25th at 4 p.m. Now, all of these Hanukkah events are free to attend. Is your little one ready for university? I'm talking about ELF University, of course, where elves in training can learn some skills and be one of Santa's helpers just in time for Christmas. Presented by the nonprofit arts cooperative studio 395, this interactive visual art adventure takes children through Santa's workshop as they put together stuffed toys. Elf U is held at the Lake Elsinore Outlet Mall and goes through December 24th. Now, this is the first of many temporary art experiences that Studio 395 has planned for 2020 at this location. All aboard the Polar Express for a 1-hour immersive trip to meet Santa. Southern California Railway Museum passengers can make new friends and meet the most entertaining characters while on the train, which runs through December 29th. Now for some fun ways to ring in the new decade. In Hemet, celebrate the new year with Derby's Bar and Grill as they roar their way into the year 2020. Pre-sale tickets are only $5, and entry is free to all who are dressed in the 1920s style. Food and drink specials start at 6 p.m., and you may remember Derby's from the TV show Bar Rescue. Temecula's annual New Year's Eve Grape Drop rings in 2020 with live music, food vendors, ice skating, and kid-friendly activities. The festivities will start at 6 p.m. and when the first drop happens at 9 p.m. so that families with little ones can all celebrate together. And then at midnight Pacific time, everyone will bring in 2020 with cheers. And for those who want to ring in the new year with a night of glitz and glamour, you will want to attend the Life Arts Center in Riverside for a grand New Year's Eve celebration. The event will feature 3 rooms of entertainment, all with different music from different decades. There will be casino games, premium spirits, hors d'oeuvres, dessert, and more. This event is for 21 and over. And if one of your New Year's resolutions is getting fit, kick off the new year with free yoga in the park on Saturday, January 4th. This class is a judgment-free way to relax, recharge from the holidays, and connect with your community. Promenade Park is located in Corona, and free yoga starts at 8 a.m. If you want additional information about all of the events we've mentioned, and a few we didn't have time for, then check out our website for those links and more. There go those bells again. Wait, is that Santa? I must have been good this year.
Ho, ho, ho!
Santa!
Merry Christmas!
Thanks for coming.
Glad to be here.
Would you mind if I brought the rest of the SOI crew up to
Not at
say
all.
hi? Yay. Come on down, guys. So how you been, Santa?
Oh, jolly old cheer.
Ready for Christmas?
Oh, yes. Ho, 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 ho. Are you all ready for Christmas?
Yep.
Well, that's a wrap. We hope you've enjoyed our holiday episode. Our next episode will live stream on January 30th. Until then, visit our website and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you will find our job training show, my social updates, and all of the Spectrum of Innovation episodes and segments. Be sure to also visit our website for more information from today's episode and to view past shows and segments from 2019. I'm Gabriella Venturo, and from all of us here at Spectrum of Innovation, JDS Creative Academy, and our founders, Scott and Diane Strand, we wish you Happy
Holidays! Ho, 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 ho.
And a wonderful new year. See you in 2020. SOI out.
Ho, 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 ho.